Hi, I'm Pam and I'm here to talk about video games. It's been a while, but it's time to recommend some more games that are currently available on Game Pass that I think you should check out. If you're not familiar, Game Pass is a monthly subscription service for Xbox consoles and Windows PC that give you access to a wide variety of games, with new ones being added all the time, as well as some older ones being taken off. Here are 7 games that I played and really enjoyed that I think are worth a look. You can play any of these on either your console or your PC, and they're available as of February 2023. Beacon Pines is a narrative adventure game by Hiding Spot Games. Released last year, it has you playing young Luca, who has noticed that something weird is going on in the town of Beacon Pines. Grouping up with some old and new friends, you need to find out what that thing is and who's behind it. The presentation of this game is absolutely beautiful. The whole thing takes place within a storybook with lush and colorful illustrations. A narrator with a lovely, soothing voice tells the story, but your path can often branch. As you play, you'll find word charms which offer you different ways of responding to situations. Each response will send you down a new path. You'll need to try new things and explore many options if you want to get to the truth of things, often going back to a decision point and trying something new. This is an incredibly charming game with cute characters, compelling writing, and a softly spooky mystery. If you like cozy visual novels but want to have room to explore and run around, or if you like mysteries about charming small towns which hide dark secrets, this is a great choice. Beacon Pines is around 6 hours long. Hi-Fi Rush, developed by Tango Gameworks, is one of the newest additions to Game Pass, having been surprise released at the end of January. This is a rhythm-based action game where you play wannabe rock star Chai as he takes on a nefarious megacorporation. While volunteering for cybernetic limb replacement, something goes wrong and Chai's iPod gets embedded in his chest, making everything around him move to the beat. It's actually really impressive how far this goes, with every little visual and audio cue happening on beat. You take part in combo-based action combat as the minions of the facility you're in are all out to get you. You can do light, heavy, and special attacks, as well as call in help from your friends. What I really like is that you don't have to be perfectly on beat to do damage, but the more rhythmic you are, the more damage you'll do and the better scores you'll get. There's also a bit of platforming and other action sequences involved. Hi-Fi Rush looks amazing, with a wonderfully animated comic book style just popping with bright and vibrant color. It's an energizing game that will definitely have you tapping your toes. If you're looking for a great combo of action and music, give this one a try. Hi-Fi Rush is around 12 hours long. Signalis is a survival horror game developed by Rose Engine and has you playing an android whose space shuttle has crash-landed on a remote planet. Things here seem to have gone badly, as your fellow androids have gone rogue, killing all the humans and attacking you on sight. You experience the game in a slightly overhead view, exploring the creepy environment, finding notes which explain the world and what's happened, solving puzzles, and stealthing around or fighting your way through enemies. In true PS1 survival horror fashion, combat can be cumbersome. You move slowly and have limited ammo. You also have limited inventory, which ends up being one of the biggest challenges of the game. The vibes of Signalis are great. Everything is surreal and dreamlike. It's not always clear what's going on, and you often seem to jump between places and even times. I was tense the whole time I played, whether trying to sneak by enemies I didn't want to use ammo on, or worrying ones I had already downed were going to get back up again. If you're looking for a game that recaptures the classic survival horror experience, more about atmosphere, puzzle solving, and evasion than action or jump scares, Signalis is a must-play. The game will last about 10 hours. Slay the Spire is a roguelike deck-building game developed by Megacrit Games. Choose one of 4 different classes to play as, each with their own deck of possible cards, and delve into a dungeon to see how far you can get. There's a ton of variation in how you play this game, from the relics you find that give certain bonuses, the cards you choose to add to your deck, and the items you find which can be used in combat. You also pick your paths through each dungeon, deciding between regular combat, boss fights, rest areas, shops, and mystery events which may help or hurt you. Or both. The combat here is really fun, especially when you find a class you like. For me, it's the Defect, who can summon different types of orbs which all have different effects, like shields or damage output. This is the perfect game to pick up and play a run of before bed, or if you've got a free 20 minutes. But it's also really easy to get sucked in and play for hours. I particularly like playing it while traveling. I can't really give a time length for this one, as you can play it as much or as little as you want, but if you like deck builders, this is a great one. Death's Door is an action-adventure game developed by Acid Nerve. Playing like a top-down Zelda game, in this one you play a crow who reaps the souls of the dead. But the souls you're supposed to reap don't always want to go willingly, and there may be some kind of conspiracy going on. The world of Death's Door is nice to look at and fun to explore, though sadly without the use of a map. The hub world where you get your objectives and upgrades has a bureaucratic bent which contrasts to the lush environments you'll be fighting your way through to find souls. Combat feels great. Your sword swings feel weighty, and you're encouraged to switch between melee and ranged attacks often as sword combos refill ammo. Strategic rolling will often save your life, and you can upgrade your abilities as you progress, ensuring you're always feeling stronger. Boss fights are especially fun to learn. Death's Door is a charming game with an intriguing story and a great sense of exploration. If you like challenging combat and finding upgrades, secrets, and shortcuts, this is a game for you. Death's Door will take approximately 10 hours to play through. Escape Academy, as you can probably tell by the name, is an escape room game. It was developed by Coin Crew Games, a group of people who previously made real-life escape rooms. In the game, you're at a school training to be an escape master, but bad things start going down. You'll be tackling a series of escape rooms that involve all kinds of puzzles, like word, number, logic, and spatial. Each room is timed, and you'll get a score at the end based on how fast you are and how many of the optional hints you used. This is a great game to play co-op. It takes place in first person, in split screen, and each player can roam around the rooms finding puzzles and clues. Some are simple, standalone puzzles that are easily solved by one person, while others start building upon each other, using items found and the solutions to previous puzzles. The rooms get bigger and more complex as they go and are engaging all the way through. Though I don't think this would be nearly as fun solo, if you have a co-op buddy, either on the couch or online, and want a little brain workout, this is a great time. The base game is around 5 to 6 hours long. Immortals: Fenyx Rising is an open-world action game developed by Ubisoft. You play a young Greek shield-bearer who is trying to restore the Greek gods in order to stymie the plans of a deadly creature bent on destroying humanity. The fact that I liked, or even tried, an open-world Ubisoft game is surprising to no one more than myself. But this game managed to charm me and keep me playing until the credits rolled. The combat here is solid, and moving around to explore the world is a lot of fun, whether on foot, mount, or flying. There are tons of ways to level up your character and get stronger, and you get interesting new abilities as you go. Much of the game is dedicated to vaults, which are contained sections with platforming and combat puzzles, which add an extra bit of challenge. What makes it stand out as an open-world game is the style and sense of humor. It has funny narration throughout, and the gods you meet are real characters, just as self-involved and oblivious as you'd expect. The style is bright and cartoony, rather than attempting to be too realistic. If you're one of those people who was obsessed with Greek myths as a kid, or you want an open-world romp that has a good sense of humor and gorgeous places to explore, give Immortals Fenyx Rising a shot. The game took me about 25 hours, but will last a lot longer if you're a completionist. So those are 7 games that I recommend you check out on Game Pass soon. There's a lot of action, but also puzzles, horror, deck building, and some great storytelling. Hopefully you found something that you're interested in. Until next time. If you want to see more, check out my last batch of Game Pass recommendations, though that is from a while ago, so check to make sure they're still available, or another of my videos. I have a Patreon if you want to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.